Hi everyone, so I'm here today to talk to you about something a little bit different, and in these woman to woman videos I normally try and sort of discuss things that are kind of body image related and that type of thing, but today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different, and it is about that kind of constant misconception that you can't have beauty and brains, or shall I rephrase that you can't really like beauty and still be smart. And that is something that I always kind of encounter and have always encountered, because I've always loved beauty. From a really young age I was into beauty, and it was something that kind of became a big part of my life and a big part of who I am now, because I obviously make YouTube videos and that type of thing, and I've got a big involvement with it now. But when I didn't have, I still was really into it, and it's just one of those unfortunate kind of stigmas that get attached to you, that if you like beauty, that means you must not be the smartest cookie in the jar. And it's really awful that loving beauty has kind of got that bad connotation attached to it, because it's something that can make such a difference to how you feel and how you act. And without making it sound too kind of ridiculous, it has got a really profound involvement when it comes to making someone feel confident, and I think that's always an amazing thing. And it's that type of thing of when you're putting your face on and you just feel like ready to face the world. And you always come across comments from people, it tends to kind of be men who don't really understand it, or women who are not really into beauty, kind of very outdoorsy women who are quite kind of scathing towards the whole beauty community, and think that, you know, all products are the same, everything's a marketing ploy, and don't really understand the kind of input that beauty can have on someone's life. And I definitely feel like a lot of times people kind of just assume that that's the only thing that you have to occupy yourself with. And I'll have, you know, friends and that type of thing, male friends, who before I'd kind of explained it to them would just make small little comments that were annoying. Like if you'd be in a bad mood one day, someone would be like, oh, what's the matter with you today? Does your foundation not look nice? And it would just be like, yeah, that's exactly what it is, because I would be so depressed about my foundation not looking nice. That's exactly what it is. You got it, you're a genius. And it's just that kind of thing where, you know, you must be a little bit of an airhead if you like lipstick. And it absolutely infuriates me, because I can kind of only speak from my personal experience, but I read a lot of books. I don't just read, you know, chick lit and that type of thing. I like good books. I watch the news. I'm a fairly kind of interested person in what's going on in the world. I know kind of what's going on in lots of different places. I'm quite good with general knowledge. I just generally kind of take an interest in the world around me. That doesn't mean that the only thing I take an interest in is what lipstick I'm going to wear today. And me wanting to put makeup on has got nothing to do with the fact that, you know, clearly I can't read or write because, you know, I like makeup. It's just got absolutely nothing to do with that, and people have kind of got this thing in their head, and you see it a lot of times in movies and that type of thing, that for the most part, most actresses get kind of cast as the pretty one and the heroine of the movie that's not got much substance to her, and the male actors have got more substance to them. The actresses who tend to have kind of meatier roles and more important roles are the more kind of ones that we would be regarded as less attractive to kind of the general public. And I was talking to someone about it the other day, in that kind of, I think there are more roles out there now for women that don't just give you that kind of boring silly role, but at the same time it still is very much kind of male dominated, because of that misconception that you have of, if you're pretty then you must definitely not be intelligent. And it's really awful. And I had someone a while ago say to me that we were talking about weddings, and I said that I'd never wanted the kind of really big white wedding and all that type of thing, and she said, oh, that's surprising. So I said, why? And she said, I don't know, I just always assumed that you would be that type, you just look the type that would want that. you know, because you're all, and she went like that. And I kind of thought, because I'm all, it's just that kind of thing that people see you and decide, you know, oh, she's wearing red lipstick, she must be a bit of a bimbo. And it's a very, very odd assumption, because it's not one that I ever make about people, and it's not one that I kind of would ever put together someone's looks and someone's intelligence. And there are a lot of women I know who like, I have a very close friend, and she won't mind me saying this, and she doesn't watch my videos anyway, but who doesn't kind of bother with beauty and is quite scathing towards beauty, because she has got a very important career, and she thinks that kind of in giving in to beauty, she's kind of belittling her intelligence. And I don't think that's true, because there is so much more to you than what people see on the outside. And you know, the outside at the end of the day is purely decorative. The outside is just that, it's what there is on the outside. It's what's on the inside, and your inner beauty and your personality and your spirit, that is the most important. And what you see on the outside doesn't necessarily mirror who you are on the inside. You can be the most gorgeous, glamorous woman and be an absolute genius, and it doesn't mean anything. But people have kind of just dubbed women with that type of thing of, you must not be very intelligent. And I have kind of come across it so many times, where the love of beauty must mean that you're an idiot. And it's something that really, really upsets me, because I think kind of loving beauty is like, it's like someone, you know, loving to paint. It's the same thing. It's just having a passion about something. So someone's passion in someone's passion is cars, someone's passion is painting, someone's passion is perfume. It's exactly the same, and it doesn't mean that that kind of slurs your intelligence. And kind of, there's so much about beauty that's empowering, and it's nothing to do with, you know, people say, oh, it's because of how society is, and you know, you're wearing makeup for your boyfriend. My boyfriend would not care if I never wore makeup again, ever. Like, half the time I don't think he even notices. And it's something that I personally do because I like it. It's fun. I look forward to waking up in the morning and putting my makeup on and being like, today I want to use this, and I want to try that, and I want to feel this way, and this is the look I'm going to go for today. And I know I keep looking over there, it's because I'm kind of trying a new setup and I'm not used to it, so apologies. But it's something that I feel a lot of people have just got this awful, awful misconception, because they don't understand the actual power of beauty. And a lot of times when you put makeup on someone who doesn't really ever wear makeup, and suddenly they kind of transform, and suddenly you see kind of their body language, they stand up straight, and they just kind of become a little bit more self-aware, and just kind of their body language changes. I think that's a really beautiful thing, because you're giving someone the gift of confidence. And whether that confidence comes in form of kind of knowing how smart you are on a particular subject, or if it comes from the fact that you're wearing high heels, it doesn't matter, as long as you feel good inside. And it is a fact that if you feel that you look good on the outside, it makes you feel more confident, therefore it makes you a little bit more cheery, it makes you feel a little bit better, you stand up straight, you're a little bit nicer to people, and you just feel better. And that is ultimately what it's about. You can like beauty and still have brains. It's not one or the other. It doesn't make you an airhead, and it is definitely not something that you should be ashamed of. I don't go around talking to, you know, everyone I know about how much I love makeup, because I have my channel to do that. Because if you're watching my videos, chances are you love it too. And the average woman in my life, at least, doesn't love it as much as I do. I don't know anyone in my kind of normal everyday life that loves it as much as I do, and don't get it. And people kind of, sometimes I catch them looking at me thinking, you're getting that excited about a candle, about a perfume? And I don't care, because it's like, to me, that is something that's really, really fun and exciting. And I look at it and I'm like, yep, tomorrow I'm going to wear that red lipstick and it's going to be really great and I'm going to feel really confident. And whether or not that offends somebody and makes them think badly of you. It's their problem if they choose to kind of decide that you have to be one or the other. And loving beauty is literally just the same as kind of loving to paint or any other hobby, loving to do gardening, whatever hobby you want to call it. Okay, so maybe it's not the most, you know, kind of, it's not learning a talent necessarily, but it is something that you can enjoy and that will mean something to you, and that's ultimately what it all comes down to. So that's kind of my little input on that today. It's something I've been thinking a lot about this week, because I've just coincidentally had sort of 3 conversations this week about that topic with various people, and it tends to be that type of thing with men especially, where they kind of don't understand, you know, it's a lipstick is a lipstick is a lipstick all the same. And I often get asked by people kind of, you know, don't you ever run out of ideas to talk about on your channel? And men will always, you know, try and be really funny and be like, you know, how often can you talk about lipstick? And the first thing I always think is, well, you don't actually watch my channel, because if you did, you'd know that, you know, we don't talk about lipstick all the time, do we? And also, they say, like, you know, how often can you talk about lipstick? You're going to run out of ideas one day and you're going to not have anything to talk about anymore. And they'll say, you know, so you found a foundation that's good. Why do you still, you know, why do you need to try 10? And that's just it. I want to try all the different things and to tell you what I think's nice, and to kind of have you tell me products that you think I would enjoy, and just that kind of whole community of talking about something that you enjoy with other people. And I sometimes think, you know, what if one day my ideas dry up and there's nothing I feel I want to talk about on this channel? But I don't think that's ever going to happen, because there's always new products out, there's always different things, there's always different looks and different things that you might want to achieve that are worth talking about. And it's something that, you know, it's not a quest of we find the perfect foundation and that's it. I'm never going to try another one now because I'm not going to be interested anymore. I'm always interested because it's what I love. There is nothing more that I love than makeup and things kind of related to that, clothes and everything like that. I sometimes go to bed at night and I'm thinking about what I'm going to wear in the morning. And that, you know, you can call me shallow. By all means, go ahead and say that I'm shallow. To me, it's just, I'm excited about something. I'm interested in it. That's not to say that, you know, before that I haven't been thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner, and that I've got to make sure that the kind of rent has gone out on time, and that I've paid the bills, and that, you know, I know what days I'm working, and that I've sent off any, you know, posts that I've needed to send, and all the normal things, that I've spoken to family, that I've kind of, you know, spoken to my friend that was having a hard time, all the normal everyday things. But it's just that little bit of fun that's really important to you, and that's why you should never let anyone make you feel bad for enjoying it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. I know it'll kind of raise lots of debates, and people will kind of have very conflicting opinions, but I'd love to know what you think and if you've ever experienced it. Sorry about that little mishap there while I was saying goodbye. I nearly choked to death. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think, and don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And if you're new to my channel, then welcome, and go ahead and subscribe wherever the subscribe button is down here these days, I think. Can't ever remember. But I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.